Hello everyone, Chef K back. So we're doing part 2 of our bagels. So as you see, we have our dough that was left, and I actually already punched the dough down, and I already actually cut in pieces already, and I started half of the dough so you guys could actually see the bagels done, because I know time wise it's hard to get all this done. So what we're gonna do is just gonna just show you what I did with the other pieces of dough. Basically made a ball out of them. So I just made a little round ball by squeezing them. And all I'm doing is squeezing the ends here. And what happens, it pulls all the sides in and makes it nice and smooth and round. So just gonna look like that. And I'm just gonna do that to all of them. And we're just gonna continue to do this. And over here, I'm gonna have boiling water going. So the water here is gonna be boiling because we wanna boil them, as we said before. So we're gonna have the water boiling. I did put a little bit of honey in there. The recipe recommends that just because it helps them, the texture a little bit more chewy, and it adds a little sweetness to it. So as you can see, we're gonna make these nice and round. They might be a little different in size, and like I said, I made them a little smaller because they are, I just make them smaller than the recipe, you know, not like a regular size bagel. We make them smaller. And then I'll let you take a peek out of the ones I have going in the oven so you can see them. So, I've got one more to do. And this one looks like it's going to be a big one. Dough's a little bit bigger than the other ones. And you see here, guys, I set up the toppings over here. I got like an everything bagel topping, and then just the salt over there. So I'm gonna let them just rest a little bit, and then I'll show you how we're gonna make them into bagels. So I just wanna show you the ones I started before. So they're here, and you can see they're just starting to get brown. And once they're brown, they're pretty much done. Just try to make sure they're not sticking. And so you'll be able to see at least these done. I'm going to show you the next step. So the next step is basically, I know some people take and they roll them out into logs and then connect them. I find it just as easy to do this. I just pinch them in the middle with my thumb and my finger, and then I just put my finger through them, and then I just kind of roll them against the finger and just make the hole a little bigger. And so you want it kind of like that, a little hole in it, and we're going to do that all through them, into all of them. All right, so what I'm doing is just making the hole bigger, and I'm making it nice and round around the edges. Keeping them nice and round, so it's almost like a donut. All right. And you could actually let them rest a little bit more at this point, but I pretty much want to get them going, so we're going to put them in water. All right, so we have them all ready to go. And then Sarah's gonna follow me over here, and we're gonna put them in the water. You guys can see how they boil over here. So we're gonna put them, drop them in, and what happens? They'll just start floating up to the top. The water looks a little brown because I put a little honey in. Like I said, the honey makes it a little bit chewier. And then you see they're starting to come up to the top. And we're gonna let them cook a little bit more. Once they come to the top, I'm just gonna check the ones in here one more time. You can see they're starting to brown up nice. Oh, and here's what's left to our meatball heroes from this afternoon, tonight. So that was it out of all the bread we made. We still have a half a roll. We didn't put nothing in. We only have a quarter of meatball left. So that's probably going to be it for that. You see, sometimes you got to watch they stick to the bottom. So you just got to make sure they're sitting up there nice. So we're just going to let them rolling boil for, I'd say, about 3 or 4 minutes. Then we'll flip them and we'll let them cook a little bit more. And I did grease this, put the spray on here so it doesn't stick when they come out. You can see they actually look like they're puffing up a little bit. Okay, so look, they're puffing up nice. So now we're going to start flipping. It's boiling a lot quicker. It kind of took a little while to bring it back to the boil. I shut it off for a little bit in between. So now we're going to just flip them. All I do is take this and just touch the edge and they flip over. You see they're looking nice and puffy. That's how they should be. This is like a little strainer that you can just take and drain the water right off. I think what I'm going to do is maybe these are probably going to come out because you could see they're getting golden brown and they feel like they're cooked pretty good. I don't want them burnt. So I think I'm going to take these out. Actually, you know what? Let them go just a couple more minutes. Just to make sure. And at this point, and then when I take them out, I'm just going to let them drain a little bit. Let that water come off of them. Put them on our sheet pan. I can shut that down. Done, and then I'll show you the next step, just to coat them. I actually just put some butter spray on them. They say just take them and dip them right into the stuff. I like to butter spray them. A bit of flavor there too. And I'm just gonna do 2 salt, 2 plain, and 2 everything. So, just gonna do the salt. So it's like a coarse salt. Actually, I think this is from leftover from pretzels that we had done. You can see that on there. Then we're gonna do in everything. So it's a little bit of garlic, onion. Actually, there's some cracked pepper in here too. And we're gonna put that on these. And actually, I'm gonna put a little salt on these too, since they're in everything. They get a little bit of everything. I'll put a little salt on them. And then these are ready to go. All right, Sarah, you watching?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're ready to go, and then we'll put the other ones, take them out, and you can see the final product here. Same thing I just made, and we have the plain, we have the salt, and we have the everything bagels. And that is it on the bagels. And tomorrow we can have fresh bagels. And that is it for our part 2 of the bagels. And you've seen the whole process pretty much from start to finish now. And we will again take care of everyone and see you soon. Okay, take care.